Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
21, Ezekiel Elliott.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 12 yards. And it's third.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. It's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Dallas Cowboys managed a victory against the New York Giants Week 5, but certainly at a terrible price, losing quarterback Dak Prescott to a compound right ankle fracture and dislocation that required immediate surgery afterwards. And the early reports out of Dallas, injury expected to be season-ending. Terrible way to end such a brilliant beginning to the year. Prescott throwing for more yards than any other quarterback in history, Charles, through those first 4 games.
He was actually tracking towards a 2,000-yard season in the first 5 games. You know, I mean, that's just absolutely amazing what he was doing. Mantle now falls to Andy Dalton, and this is why you sign a veteran quarterback, right? A guy who was a starter previously in Cincinnati for 9 seasons. What people have often forgot, they went to the playoffs 6 times with Andy Dalton. The problem is they didn't win any of those playoff games, but he got them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Wentz to throw. Got him in. Complete. This is Richard Rodgers.
Complete.
The numbers for Rodgers from last week. 6 catches, 85 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to Ward. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Lawrence on the stop.
Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made him kick the field them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Brought down by Nate Gary.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
For Andy Dalton last year in Cincinnati, he threw 3 of these, second only to Jameis Winston 7. And he'll be bitten again with the interception and 6 points the other way. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Boy, ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. He can't get him down. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he finds the tight end Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
The 30-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2nd down, Dalton. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
Dalton's pass.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Great Ward on the return. The Eagles.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He's going to look deep here for Ward. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg Ward in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number two.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Throwing on first is Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top. And boy, what a successful play that was.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more.
Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Pollard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And 8 yards.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 58 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Dalton hands off to Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys claw one back. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tackle made by Emerson Griffin.
He was brought down by Emerson Griffin.
Another run with Sanders.
Let's dominate!
And shedding his way forward. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Xavier Woods on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On second down now, it's Sanders finding room to the 20.
Oh, boy, you ain't got
take
no
it
feet.
into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 33 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Cowboys.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again. Dalton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down
right
and
down
more
their
inside
throat.
the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
1st and 10.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle